The eagle is a symbol, emblem, pathos, picture, but in nature, an eagle is not a beauty in the sky. It is a regulator, an orderly, and sometimes a living error control system in an ecosystem. Remove the eagles, and not silence will begin to grow. The skew will start to grow. Now I'll show you 10 functions and one effect that almost everyone misses. Orly is the top floor of the food network. They spend little energy on empty things, and they put pressure on the ecosystem not by the quantity, but by the quality of the impact. And most importantly, the eagle does not only affect those it has killed, and those whom he forced to behave differently. Go. 10 functions of eagles in nature with detailed analysis. 1. Regulation of production numbers. Eagles hunt medium-sized animals. Birds, hares, rodents, fish. Depends on the species. This keeps prey populations from dispersing in good years. The role of birds of prey as regulators and providers of ecosystem services, including pest control, is well described in raptor predator surveys. 2. Selection of the weak and sick, ecological filter. It is easier for a predator to catch young, old, injured, weakened. This is not cruelty. This is physics. This reduces the proportion of animals that do not survive well or spread diseases more. This is a general principle of predation in ecology. In eagles, it works like top predators. 3. Control of rodents and other field destroyers. For people 30 to 50, this is a particularly understandable benefit. Fewer rodents leads to less damage to vegetation, and crops leads to less need for poisons. In raptor reviews, this is explicitly highlighted as a regulatory service. 4. Deterrence of average predators through competition for resources. The eagle is a major competitor in carcass, prey, and territory. This can change the behavior of smaller scavengers and predators. Someone approaches later, someone avoids the site, someone switches. Such effects of competition and fear around carcasses and feeding sites have been shown in studies on carrion and competitors. 5. Orderlies. They eat carrion. Many eagles are facultative scavengers. That is, they can feed on carcasses, especially when it is more difficult to catch live prey. In golden eagles, for example, the role of carrion in the diet is described scientifically. 6. Acceleration of the circulation of substances through rapid disposal. Carrion is a biological risk and a huge energy. If it is quickly taken away by vertebrate scavengers, this affects the rate of decomposition, nutrient transfer, and sanitation. This role of cleaners in birds and other predators is described in scientific reviews about ecosystem services. 7. Power points for multiple species. The eagle hunts or feeds, and other members of the chain often appear around. Crows, small predators, and insect decomposers. Any prey/carcass is a local energy node. In the ecology of carrion, it is considered as an important part of food webs. 8. Space engineers. Eagle nests as an infrastructure. Eagles build and enlarge huge nests over the years. Some of them get so big that they look like a platform. This creates a structure in the landscape, a place for nesting, shelter, and sometimes for other species. This may occur in different regions. The fact about the long-term use and overgrowth of eagles' nests is well described by the example of the bald eagle. 9. Biological indicators of the environment. Eagles are high up in the food chain. Therefore, toxins and pollutants can accumulate more strongly. Raptors are widely used as bioindicators of pollution and environmental changes. Historical example: problems with DDT/DDE and thin shells in birds, including eagles, are well documented. 10. Ecosystem discipline around feeding grounds. Where there is a real top predator in the sky, prey behaves differently. It does not stay in the open for longer, chooses shelters, and changes routes. This reduces the trampling of individual areas and redistributes the pressure on vegetation. This is the general logic of predator-trophic effects discussed in raptor reviews. One unexpected effect that is often overlooked. People think that the eagle is important because it kills, but the main effect is often different. The eagle creates a landscape of fear, not in the sense of horror, in terms of risk economics. Animals begin to live more carefully, fewer mistakes, less arrogance in the open. And this is changing the ecosystem more than it seems. Who feeds where, who breeds where, and who generally survives. The top predator is not just teeth and claws. These are the rules of conduct for everyone below. 10 unusual facts about eagles with detailed analysis. 1. Eagles can see very far, and this has been measured. Birds of prey can have much better eyesight than humans. There are estimates of several times further/sharper, and experiments on visual acuity in birds. 2. Eagles build giant nests and expand them over the years. Golden eagles and eagles have known cases of huge nest sizes because the pair returns and completes over and over again. 3. Many eagles are socially monogamous and loyal to the nest site. The bald eagle has a well-described loyalty to the nest and long pairs. If a partner is lost, the bird can quickly find a new one, but the place is often saved. 4. Eagles are not only hunters, but also scavengers. This is normal and profitable. In winter, in bad weather, with a shortage of prey, carrion is a high energy resource. In golden eagles, the role of carrion in the diet is described as a real phenomenon. 5. Carrion has a dark side, lead, because there may be lead bullet fragments in the carcasses and gut saws, leftovers from butchering. And this is one of the causes of poisoning in eagles. The USGS explicitly describes this mechanism and the prevalence of the problem in bald eagles and golden eagles in the United States. 6. Eagles are convenient sensors of pollution. Because they are at the top of the food chain, toxic substances are monitored through their blood/feathers/eggs. Raptors as sentinels, signal species, are a normal scientific practice. 7. Different eagles have different niches. The white-tailed eagle and bald eagle are more strongly associated with reservoirs and fish. The golden eagle more often works on land and land-based prey. For example, the bald eagle's nutritional profile officially describes fish as a staple and highlights opportunism and carrion. 8. Eagles are expensive birds in terms of energy. They need a territory, time to hunt, and quiet places to nest. Therefore, they are often the first to suffer from habitat destruction and anxiety. This is one of the reasons why they are useful as indicators of the state of nature. 9. Eagles can fall into ecological traps due to carrion by the roads. The carcass by the road looks like easy prey, but this increases the risk of death from transport and infrastructure. Such effects are discussed in modern research on golden eagles and linear infrastructure. 10. Eagles are not one superhero, but part of a raptor team. Their role is enhanced by the fact that hawks, falcons, owls, crows, and scavengers work nearby. An ecosystem is a network, and the eagle is one of the nodes that keeps the net taut. Conclusion: the eagle is not a symbol, the symbol is a side effect. In nature, eagles regulate prey, restrain distortions, remove carrion, accelerate the circulation of substances, and show when the ecosystem is sick. Remove the eagles and the system will become simpler, and it will be easier to break. A call to subscribe and leave a comment. If it was useful, subscribe. Here we analyze the animals so that it becomes clear who really keeps nature in working order. And write in the comments, what surprised me more, that eagles work as nurses or that their main effect is the rules of behavior for the entire ecosystem?